All right, we're here at the start of the George A. Wyman Memorial Challenge Rendezvous in Hayward, California. And this is an interview with the co-founder of Janus Motorcycles. And Richard Warsham is going to talk about the Farkles that he did to prepare the Janus Halcyon 250 for the George A. Wyman Memorial Challenge. Richard, thanks for coming, and I think you're going to really have a good time. The crowd here really appreciates you adding interest to our ride. So tell us what you did to this motorcycle to make it prepared to ride all the way across from the San Francisco to New York.
Well, thanks, Tim. I'm really excited for this. Also a little nervous, but yeah, we went through the bike over the last 2 or 3 weeks and kind of did some minimal preparation work to make a long trip like this. I should say right away that these bikes are really designed for more around town cruising, short excursions. However, we think this is a fantastic opportunity, historic opportunity to recreate George Wyman's trip. And so we're also excited to kind of show people what our engine can do. So anyway, I'll just talk a little bit about each of the upgrades we've done, and Tim, make sure to help me clarify anything if he needs it. The main thing we did is we wanted to keep everything stock on the bike, essentially the engine and all that stuff. The main thing we changed was we went down a tooth on the rear sprocket or actually 2 teeth, from a 47 tooth to a 45. And that really is not to gain extra speed. It's primarily just to bring the engine RPMs down. I'm still probably going to be doing 58, 60 miles an hour most of the way. But it's just going to bring the engine RPMs down. And this is a hardtail motorcycle. And so the vibrations are really the worst enemy we have is the vibrations. So keeping this engine RPMs down is going to help with that. We also have, this is a stock option on our bikes, we don't call them crash bars, highway bars. And I added these just folded foot pegs for comfort, just so that I can kind of change position as I'm riding. Also, speaking of comfort, I got an Alaskan leather sheep fleece seat. And then, essentially, apart from that, comfort is basically as they come from the factory. Handlebars are all stock. Oh, this is I have 2-gallon fuel tank and a 1-gallon auxiliary on the back. This is actually just an auxiliary, a small extra supply of gasoline for emergencies. So I have 2 gallons in the tank, 1 gallon on the back, and whatever this liter there is on the side. I also added, our stock bikes come with saddlebags, but we fabricated this up about 3 weeks ago. It's a pannier rack that has detachable panniers. You pull this and it'll come off. Then I used an old Halcyon seat, and I made these leather carry handles just to kind of tie it all together. You got to look good while you're doing it.
I see you got a GoPro camera mount here. Are you going to be docu-blogging along the way?
Yes, absolutely. We're going to be doing that for us. We're going to be posting on the Janus Motorcycles site a lot of video from the trip. We'll see how fast I can format that. This is one location that I thought might be good. Also, primarily, I'll be using a GoPro on my helmet as I'm riding. It's easy to access and low vibration.
And of course, George Wyman's stops along the way account for probably 150 to 160. And I see you got a form of navigation there, which is cool. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so what I'm using is an iPhone. The iPhone just sits right here. This is a waterproof RAM mount box. You close this, I've got an electrical charging port out the bottom. And we added a USB port here on the side of the motorcycle. Got 2 USB plugs, and then I just zip tied this one up to the front. That's not a stock option on the bikes.
Of course.
One more thing here is I just did this for a peace of mind, but this is a engine temp gauge. This is run right below the spark plug, so it would just be cylinder head temperatures. And we're running in the, this is a push rod air-cooled engine, so we're running pretty 380 degrees is probably the max that we're going to see.
Oh. Well, it looks like you've got it pretty much farkled out for a transcontinental trip.
Oh, we got cruise control here. Here's one more. There's one more.
Oh, tell me about that.
Yeah.
That looks good.
So this is a little very rudimentary cruise control. You can just flip it forward with your thumb or finger, and it holds it for you.
Beautiful.
Roll off.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That is really good.
Out.
Looks like you've got it ready. And I can't tell you how much we appreciate you using this adventure to prove the worth and the value of the Janus motorcycle. Probably if somebody was living in a nice community like a college town, I'm telling you, this would be the motorcycle to have rather than a wimpy looking scooter. This is just for that. I thank you. Richard, thank you very much. And you'll be starting out first thing in the morning and heading east, right?
That's right. First
All
thing.
right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.